Peace to the gods. Peace to the gods and goddess. Let me know if we're coming in clear. Thumbs up if we're coming in clear. Yes, it's time to teach you something today. Okay. Now I'm on All right, listen. The body. I'm gonna try to let everybody get in the room first. There's a lot of people coming in still. It is 8:03 a.m. here. I want to tell you a secret about life. Keep it open. Keep it open. Tell you a secret about life. I'm trying to let people get in the room. They're still coming in. Come on, come on, come on. Come in, come sit down. Come sit down. Damn, people still coming in. Come on. Well, I'm going to explain it to you right now. Damn, people still coming in the room. Like, what's going on? Is there a clear connection? Come on, y'all, come on. Y'all taking forever to get in the room. I'm tired. I just got up. I just woke up. Okay, good. All right, we're going to start. Because it seems like people taking forever to come in the room, and it's taking forever. I'm just going to start talking. I didn't want y'all to miss anything that I said. Okay? You know, a lot of people like Chief, don't let that shit get to you. You're Chief. You're Chief. Come on. You know what she's doing. Don't show weakness. Don't just, knock out 25, man. Don't show weakness. Just let me know if we're coming in clear, y'all, because it looks like this shit might be frozen. I don't want to start talking and y'all don't get what I'm saying. But today I'm going to give you a secret. Coming in clear? Okay. The body is a hologram. The body is a hologram projection of the mind. All is mental. All is mental. Okay? And we suppress emotions, this energy stores up in certain muscles, because the body the body is a projection and hologram of your mind. I want you to really grasp that. Okay? I want you to think about your body being a figment of your mind. But when we don't express emotions, when we don't get those emotions out, those emotions or things that happen to you or traumas that happen to you store up in the body. The body is a reflection, a carbon reflection of your mind. You are a soul. Your body is a representation of your mind. But when we suppress emotions and feelings, we have energy points in our body. And these energy points get suppressed and they close. When they close, the rest of your being does not function properly. You must, and I'm so blessed to have a Leo moon, because it allows me to express my emotions openly. Some people have Capricorn moon, 10th house moon, where they, remember, all is mental. So if you're thinking something or feeling something and you suppress it, and you keep moving forward and acting like that didn't happen, and you don't have a proper outlet, and you don't acknowledge the heartache, you don't acknowledge the pain or anything that's going on in you, this is where sickness really starts. This is where sickness in the body starts. Sickness in the body starts when we don't understand and break down and talk about our issues. When things happen to us and we move forward past it like it didn't happen, you are shutting down a certain part of you to do so. You have to shut down a part of your mind and put it in the background to do so. But you don't realize is that your body is a representation of your mind. So you're harming your physical being. You see, the body is literally a representation of your mind condensed into carbon form. You must express every emotion. That's why life is art. You're supposed to be articulating yourself in every way. When things are bad, say the bad. Say, look, man, I'm sad. This is fucked up. You see, you always ought to express these things so that your body stays healthy, so that your mind stays fluent, and you could get with the emotions. Never let it pin up. Never not express what you truly feel. This is harder for some people than others, remember. And you can see people's bodies. They're not aesthetically right. They're not aesthetically built right because of their astrological program. Remember, your astrological program is your mind. That's your mental. And if your body is a hologram, which is a carbon copy of your mind, then that means it's a carbon copy of your what? Your astrological program. So, you see, your body always goes through something when you go through it. People lose weight. People gain weight. You know what I mean? Like, you see that throughout life, what you're going through or what you're going through, your body's going through. And if you look at your body, you see, wow, even in puberty, as the mind starts to expand, you see it develops. You see what I'm saying? So the body is so important to preserve. And when you want to preserve the body, you must express all emotions. To express all emotions is allowing your water to flow, the river to flow. It's your chakras. Let's look at your chakras as a river, right? That is flowing all of the emotions, good, bad, everything. It's one thing you always see about me is that I'm transparent and I'm always expressing my emotions. No matter how much hard it is for you to watch, my life is public. So I just express it openly. If I want to cry, I cry. If I don't, if I want to talk it out, I talk it out. If I want to I always rationalize it. I never let things come to me without responding and letting it go. Because people are like, why are you responding to that? You know, because it will not stay in my being. It will not stay in my mind. I will understand it, I will dissect it, and I will let it go. if I feel that it needs to be talked about. If it bothers me, I'm going to talk about it. I'm not going to let something that bothers me just because of pride, just because of, no, I'm wiser than that. Because I know that I'm the one that got to live through this being. And I'll be damned if my body is fucked up because, you know what I'm saying? Or disease play out in my body because I didn't know how to express myself openly. And this is more easier for me because I'm a Leo moon. Depending on where your moon is at and Mercury, you can see how you're able to express your emotion. Like I always tell you, the relationship between your moon sign, your Mars, and your Mercury determine how well you will be able to articulate, and express and reflect about things that happen to you. This is very, very important in life. When you see overweight people naturally retain a lot of energy. Think about what that is. Think about what fat is. Fat is just extra energy. And think about it being stored on your body. And let's break that down. So fat people are insecure people. Why? Because they're holding on to extra baggage. They're holding on to shit. And it's clearly on their body. And people were like, well, I'm big boned because it's hereditary. No, motherfucker. You're right. It was passed, that curse, that mental curse was passed down. And the body is just a physical representation of you. Why would you overeat? Why is your metabolism slow? Because mentally, there's suppression. There's mental insecurities, there's mental suppression there that has not been looked at. It's not okay. There's no such thing as a big person. This is a generational curse and a dis-ease. This is a mental, all diseases are mental. Because all is mental. Let me just say that. There is no physical disease that is not mental. If you can find the thinking that caused the disease or the dysfunction or the virus to even be able to express itself through the being, then you can cure the disease or the virus. You can balance the virus from being active in the body if you can find out what's behind the thing that's causing the stress that allows that virus to thrive in the being. You understand what I'm saying? You can find that out. Boom, you got the cure. Right? But we don't understand that the body is a hologram of the mind. It is a reflection of the mind. So, every one of you must learn how to truly express what you feel. And you're taught by our culture, chuck it up, act like nothing's wrong, and keep moving. Especially our males. You're not allowed to openly express emotions. And what does that do to us physically? It creates a really hard body. Hard body. We call it hard body. You don't want a hard body. You wasn't born with a hard body. A hard body's not good. You want a flexible body. Stop. Did you hear me? All you men out there that want to be macho, you want to be alpha or gamma, having a hard body is a representation of stagnancy. See how our culture, having a flexible body, a bendable, flexible body, an agile body, you want that baby body. You know how you are born? You're born as a baby, you're born perfect, you're born flexible. You can bend all kind of ways. This is the body you want. This is a healthy body. A healthy body is a flexible body. Not the muscle-bound hard body. That's not the body you should desire. But our society says, oh yeah, this is macho. You want a hard body. But that's why, because your emotions are being suppressed. You're over-masculated and your body gets hard. If your body is hard, that's like water being frozen. You want your body loose and fluid, like water, because your body is made up of what? 70% water. You want the emotions to be able to flow through you, but if you stop expressing emotions in our masculinity, what happens? Your body gets hard. It gets stiff. Going around like, nah, man, that's not the move. This is why yoga is so important. Yoga, this is why people really have spiritual awakenings through yoga, because it's certain stretches that allow emotions to flow. But how many niggas do you know that do yoga? There's hip-hop talking about, yo, I did that downward dog today. Yeah, nigga, downward dog, downward dog, downward dog. Nah, nigga, you don't hear that. You don't hear niggas talking about doing yoga, because we don't understand our body is a hologram of our mind. Nigga, have you stretched today? Yeah, I stretched in PA. I was in class and the gym teacher made me stretch when you was young. But that wasn't enough. Stretching your body, and this is why so many women are into it. But you see, black women love yoga. Emotional creatures. You see? But men, we don't do yoga. Black men especially, we ain't even trying to tap into no fucking stretching. How limber are you? How flexible are you? That is the alpha. The alpha is the one that can be vulnerable, the one that can be that you cannot know anything without feeling. You have to be vulnerable. You have to be able to tap into your femininity, because feeling is knowing, and you're 70% water. You're an emotional being, and people are like, yo, you in your feelings. Exactly. That's what makes me intelligent, because I'm in the feelings and I can articulate. I can articulate my feelings at will. I can talk about how I feel at will. This makes me an alpha. Can you do that? No, you're macho. You're overmasculated. No, you can't do it. Do you understand what I mean to you? Are we still coming in clear? So, my body is naturally flexible because my mind is open. My mind is flexible. Just look at people's body. You can tell how flexible they are as people. How open to emotions. The less emotional a person, the more stiff their body is. You understand what I'm saying to you? So when we have traumas in our life, those things are stored in energy points in our body. And that stagnates the flow of energy or chi or prana through our body. This is very important to understand. So when you see me playing slow music, expressing my emotion before you, and not giving a damn what you think about me, and look at him, 5 hours later, still going, or you see me talking about velvet, it's because I'm wiser than you. When you see me talking about my circumstances, when you see me expressing myself openly until I'm satisfied, it's called healing. You do not let nothing that you're going through just walk by into the day and go to sleep on it and let it store in your being. Nothing that I go through do I not express and talk about. That's what the real nigga moments. I've been doing this before. Anybody that's been following me, I've been doing this before. I've been doing this with every circumstance that I ever had. It's just that people started really tuning into me with the whole Young Pharaoh thing, which connected to velvet. But nobody understood. I've been doing this prior to that. I've been the same being prior to that. I didn't just start doing this. I've been doing the music, the wine. I've been doing that way. Even when she was here, I was doing that. That's me. That's my technique. That's how I stay healthy. That's how I stay intelligent. That's how I stay flowing with cosmic energy. That's how I stay having an understanding. That's how energy is able to flow through me as a medium of intelligence. That's how I keep cosmic energy flowing through me. If I stop doing that, I probably would get sick, or I probably would stop getting the knowledge that I have. But then I couldn't stop doing it because it's in my program. So it's very, very important that we understand our relationship between our moon sign in its house, Mercury in its house, and Mars in its house, because moon represents your emotional feelings. How you feel about things is very important because we're emotional beings. We respond emotionally. First is a feeling. First is a thought, then is a feeling. Right? So we process our thoughts through Mercury. Right? Even if we get the feeling from another thought. So we could be like retrograded in a minute because it's like, yo, the feeling gave me a thought. You know what I'm saying? And then the thought gave me a feeling. You know what I'm saying? So it could be both ways. So depending on how it's going, because sometimes you can get a subtle thought, right? Or a feeling. Like if I punched you in your arm, that's a feeling, right? That feeling gave you what? A thought. Like, oh man. So sometimes a feeling but then again, the thought made me punch you. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes feelings come first. You know what I'm saying? And then that gives you a thought. And so how you process that feeling of me punching you goes to Mercury first. Your Mercury is going to be how you process what happened to you. Right? How you process it. Like as far as how you adjust it. And then how you take actions on that, right, will be determined by Mars in its house. It's very important that we understand this because this reflects our being, our body. We're talking about health. We're talking about, you can't talk about health and not talk about astrology. It's in there. Okay? And then we have to look at our aspects, right? What aspects are going with the moon, what aspects are going with Mercury, our Mercury-Moon aspects, our Mars-Mercury, our Moon-Mercury. We have to look at all these aspects and see what could be holding us from our pure health. Because that's what the journey is about, man. The journey is about kingdom of God. The kingdom of God is within you. It is you. It is your mind. You are the kingdom. I'm going to say that slower. Each one of you are a kingdom of God. You God, right? You said, I am God. And if you are God, then you are a kingdom of God, each one of you. If you are a kingdom of God, then you must master your kingdom and become the king of you. And if you have to become the king of you, you have to master what? Self. The king, this is why it said that the kingdom of God is within and ye are gods. Alright, so the kingdom of God, each one of you are a piece of God. Parallel universe of each other. That means the kingdom of God is within you. You are the kingdom. You have to master that. You have to enter the kingdom of God. First of all, know that you're God. Enter the kingdom first. Enter the kingdom of understanding like, oh shit, I'm God. Then you have to master your energies. You have to master you. And you cannot do that without facing your debilitations and your demons. And this is why I give you your astrology. Say, here are your debilitations. Master yourself. When you're around me, I bring you to your core. I say, here, see, that's what you need to work on. While I'm working on me as well. I'm doing it simultaneously. You see me getting tested all the time. And I'm being a public example of how you deal and respond to certain things to master your debilitations. Therefore, I am the Messiah. I have come to show you by example. I'm in the human experience with you. Yet, I wouldn't be able to be of any service to you if you would not see me in my own actions and say, damn, look at that. Look what he did when he did this. Look what he did when he did that. And to people, they don't have the mind of God, that don't have the higher understandings, the keys to the kingdom, cannot understand me when I'm doing what I'm doing. But yet I do everything with divine understanding, with sacredism. I make sure that it's sacred. It means something. There's a deep meaning to everything that I'm doing. Has a deep meaning. To the average mind, it look like I'm doing nigga shit. To the guard, they like, yo, he doing kundalinis. This nigga's in his kundalini. To the gods, they're like, yo, he in the Kundalini. To the gods and goddess, the people that are activated, that have their soul ties, that have the connection to their soul, that they're gods. That's why we say peace to the gods and goddess, because the gods and goddess get it. They listen, they hear it. That's why you're going to have peace. We only talking to the gods. Everybody else is extras in the movies. These motherfuckers is obstacles. These are different versions of yourself that don't have no soul ties, don't have no souls, that cannot understand, that cannot hear, they cannot grasp what's going on. It sounds like jibber jabber to them. Yet they're intrigued by it because they're part of your program. They're there for you to overcome, go around, go under, go through. And so things have to happen to me in front of you so that you can see how to deal with it. Or you can get an understanding. And so everything becomes a download. Everything comes a lesson. You understand? And this is what's bearing your unk, or bearing your cross, or bearing your unk. Picking up your unk and keeping balance. This is how you keep balance. But the devil will always make you feel like, I can't express these emotions because I'm going to look like a pussy. I'm going to look like a bitch. No. This is a trap. This is a trap. Don't do that. Especially my moon in 10th house, moon in Capricorn people. You know, moon in Scorpio people. Moon in 8th house. Please understand your debilitation is to hide your emotions. When you hide your emotions and your true feelings, it is like swallowing poison, hoping that harms the other person. I'm going to swallow poison and then hope that it hurts you. Swallowing poison for what? Get rid of this shit. I'm going to detoxify it. Now, when your body is detoxifying, what is it doing? It's sweating. It's perspiring, right? Even your body. Look at your body when it's getting out toxins. What is it doing? That's why you have pores, to get it out. You have to get it out. You can't keep toxins in. You keep toxins in, it becomes what? Dis-ease. And this is where all disease starts, mentally. And then it manifests into your being and then trickles into your existence. Don't let it. Never let it. Always address these feelings. Because then you start having pains in your body. You be like, you be getting panic attacks. You know, motherfucker can't, no. I can't think, I'm nervous breakdown and shit. And, you know, you start doing weird shit trying to respond to this energy that you have stored in you. Now you're doing weird shit, trying your best to try to understand and get it out. So some women just have sex. Some women start treating their body wrong. Some women overeat. Some people just start taking drugs and start taking, just trying to stop and deal with and cope it. And then they say, yo, just stay there. Yo, just address the emotions. It's the hardest thing you can do. Just cry, motherfucker. Just stay, especially for our black men. Just stand there and cry, my nigga. And let's talk about those tears. Let's talk about the thoughts behind those tears. Nobody has nobody to talk. They don't have nobody in their world that they can talk to about the feeling and the things that's happening to them. And if you really are a sensitive person, like my Cancer men and my Pisces men and my Scorpio men that feel deeply, everything that they think or something that happens, they feel it deeply. And you know what they do? They're taught to respond macho, like, man, end up in prison because they shot somebody. Nah, my nigga, before you grab that gun, address the fact that your feelings is hurt. Oh, man, you hurt my fucking feelings. You can't say that. Why? Because anger is easier expressed than hurt. You can't just express the fact that you was hurt. You'd rather be angry and express that shit. But let's express the thoughts behind, because behind all anger is what? Hurt. And behind all hurt is what? It's okay to be angry, my nigga. It's okay to feel that rage, but also intellectualize it. Also, you know what I'm saying? It's okay to feel, because sometimes when you're angry, even for me, it validates. Anger and rage can validate your masculinity to you, so it can feel good because you feel powerful in your rage. So it kind of rewards you to be angry because it's like it validates your masculinity to you. And if you see other people feel your masculinity and they're afraid, then sometimes that is a reward to you because you feel that that is a form of respect. But it's not. That's fear. And that is not the form of respect. That's not the form of respect that you truly want completely from people. That's not the way you want. You don't want people to fear you in that way. Trust me. That's not the love you want. That's not the kind of fear you want. You want people to fear losing you. But you don't want people to fear you. If people fear you, then as soon as they can turn their back on you, they're going to do it. You know what I'm saying? Because they fear you. They want you gone, really. So we as men need to understand that. We can't get angry and then you can get angry. You can feel the anger, but talk it out. Talk it out. Talk that shit out. Get to the bottom of it. You feel me? Get to the bottom of it. Get to the bottom of why you angry. Get to the bottom of it. If I'm ever angry, you see I'm talking through it about why I'm angry. I'm talking through the anger. You see me, I get upset. I'm talking through it. And I talk myself through the emotion. This has to be done. It has to be mastered. If it's not, then you don't have a real man. You'll never have an alpha that cannot. If your alpha can't express emotion, if your man can express emotion, he's not an alpha. If he's just macho, be tough, hard body, hard body. That's a little boy. That's a scared little boy with a hard body. Grown ass man with a hard body is a scared little boy. And as you get closer to him, you get to know him after a couple years, you realize nigga ain't shit but a little bitch. And eventually it come out, you see it. And this is why women be seeing, they be with a man so long, they see the real him. They see the core of him. As soon as you see the core of him, you lose respect. A nigga look masculine, look macho, but he a bitch. And you know he a bitch because his spirit is a bitch. He weak as fuck. Every time he get angry, he can't handle his emotions. Every time you got to goddamn go out here and kill somebody, you got to fight somebody, goddamn it. You stay in and out of jail, nigga. What the fuck is going on with you? Why can't you handle your emotions? And the bitch be mad as shit at a nigga because he behind bars like, yeah, baby, it was a moment. You know what I'm saying? And the bitch be mad as shit like, nigga, you fucking so weak. You always ending up in and out of jail. Every time I look around, you gotta respond to your emotions in crazy ways and shit. And the female gotta go through that. Because she don't know how to handle herself. You know? I know to a lot of women, I look like I'm fucking out of control, but I'm not. I'm very much controlled. I'm very much in control. I know what not to do. I wouldn't be where I'm at if I wasn't under control. You know what I'm saying? So, the alpha male is the one that actually knows how to be vulnerable and cry if he has to cry. But crying ain't, you don't want to cry, baby. You don't need to all the time cry. There's other ways you can express your emotions. Put music on. Let the music talk for you. Feel that. Go into the emotion. Go into the heartache. Go into the pain. And then understand it and heal it. That's the only way that you remain healthy, remain flexible, remain tapped into your femininity. Real alpha is half feminine, half masculine. It's balance between masculine and feminine because it understands you cannot be the most intelligent person in the world and not be able to feel and understand emotions. This is why you have no true connection to your woman. Because you don't know how to feel. You don't have compassion, empathy. You are not masculine. I mean, you are masculine, but you are not alpha. The alpha is feminine and masculine, perfectly blended together. You can't beat it. You cannot beat balance, ever. Over-masculine is no good. So, our culture has taught our dudes to suppress their emotion. And what is this doing to the body? And no wonder these kids are malnutrition. They look all skinny. They look all unhealthy. They you know, look at them. They got tats all over their face. You look at the body. The body tells you everything. I I mean, even look at the woman's body. Her ass is fatter today. Like, our culture has shaped our body. If you look at the woman, she has whatever she wanted to survive, whatever she needed to survive. Well, like for instance, women in Panama, Costa Rica, and Central America got fat asses. Y'all see every woman here got a fat ass, right? But prostitution is legal here. So imagine you as a woman mentally trying to shape your body in a way that a man desire so that you can make more money to survive. Over decades, what is the body gonna look like? Every woman in Panama got a fat ass. I'm in a city like, oh my God, these bitches out here. Like, and they're like, whoa, what the fuck? And then I put it together, I'm like, wow, the culture has shaped the body. So if you are a woman that wanted to, tried your best and everything you think of to be desirable, you're working out, and you have a daughter, your daughter is going to epigenetically have tags or genes that's going to give her that body that you desired for her to survive in the world that you was in. Remember, prostitution is legal out here. That's the thing. That's how a woman survived. So her body, her daughter's body is going to be shaped like an hourglass. And then that's the culture. And the body is shaped by the culture, the mind. You see what I'm saying? So now you look online and you see these exotic women, clout chase, whatever they call it, tricking off, like, you know, attention seeking, whatever gets the attention. That ass, them titties, that face, you know, you see them online. The woman I watch them, I look at them, I love the beauty. I love ass, I love titties, I'm watching you, I'm looking at it. But I also understand the psychology behind it. I also understand how the woman's body is shaped is formed around her culture. And so when you look at the woman today, you go to Atlanta, which is the mecca of all black people. Atlanta is the mecca. That's the mecca of African American people. You want to know what all of the states are doing? Go to Atlanta, because Atlanta is like the United States. African Americans in the United States. Atlanta is the mecca right there. You go to Atlanta, every woman got a fat ass. It's like the culture's there. It's not a state. It's Cali there, New York there, Philly there. Everything is there in Atlanta. So you're looking at the black culture, and I was there for 10 years, so I seen the woman, and every woman got a fat ass in Atlanta. And it's like, why? This wasn't like this growing up. I remember a time and place in the 90s where it wasn't about your ass. I remember when the ass thing popped out because of Luke and fucking, Rex and Effects. I remember the ass thing, Sir Mix-a-Lot, I remember the ass thing becoming a thing. Prior to that, no one looked at your ass, they looked at your face. That's why Aaliyah always had it was always about that straight hair, right? You were the girl that was caramel complexion or dark skin with the straight hair, the perm in her hair. That was all about the face. Because women wore baggy clothes. They wore jumpers. They dressed like we always dress her, but it was all about her beauty, her actual essence of her beauty. It was really about her face. And you were looking at her face, like, you know what I'm saying? And then like everything else was taboo. You know what I mean? And then I watched it go into like the ass being the thing, right? And then even when you look at the videos where it's like zoom, 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 and the boom, boom, or Sir Mix-a-Lot, I like big butts. Even those butts in those videos weren't that big. Like, if you look in the 80s music videos and you look at what they admired, what men have desired from their woman has shaped the woman's physical being mentally. So women catch on to what men want, right? And then you can see through time. If you look through time, like, wow, look at the metamorphosis of the woman's body. In the 70s, women have no ass. It was like, you could catch it. Like, remember on Coming to America, when all those beautiful models were standing there, none of them had asses. You know what I'm saying? It was crazy, right? It's like, yo, now every woman has an ass today. This is just how the mind, I'm just showing you how the body's a hologram and a reflection of our mental state. So over time, women have realized what men desire and have shaped their bodies around that so that they can mate. You know what I mean? It's just human nature. Women want to fertilize their eggs. They want to mate. This is just our nature. So the woman's going to get what the men desire so that she can have a natural selection of men to mate with. You know what I'm saying? So when you look at today, the woman's body shaped as far as the black community, every woman got a fat ass. And you like, yo, where did all these asses come from? And you ask why, and you like, cause niggas is talking about ass. They want that ass. Right? And then you see the culture, you see the music videos, and all women desire that fat ass. And so they in the gym trying to get that motherfucker. They in the gym doing waist training. And this is what we're doing collectively. You know, this is mating. This is how we mate. This is how it's called natural selection. This is how the body is shaped. And this is how life works. And you realize it like, wow, this is crazy. All this ass out here, this is good. I mean, what we did was we got straight to the point. Men want tits, ass, face. So that's what it is. Waistline is going to make the ass look appear, the hips to come out. Why do men naturally like hippie women? Because we know that they can pop out many babies. Because if a woman has hips, that baby going to pop out. This is innate. This is animal. This is our animal. So if the woman is shapy, then she can have more children. She's able to bear more children. Them babies going to pop out. If the woman is narrow, you ain't going to look at her. And she's shapy, and like, oh shit, I want this woman. On an innate animal level, on a primal level, we're looking at that woman as far as mating and having children, and we don't realize this, but it's a part of our culture. It's in there. You know what I'm saying? And so when you realize what the epigenetic tags are of this, you're like, yo, this is genetic. You know what I'm saying? And so when you see life for what it is, you're like, oh, okay, that's cool. Oh, you want the hippie one? Yeah. Pop that baby out without getting cut. You know what I'm saying? The women that have narrow hips, they usually get cut, or they got to get some kind of complication of birth. The hippie woman that got the spread out hips, she popping out them babies like this. There's nothing. You know what I'm saying? So that's why the woman has, over time, genetically, she has formed her body around mating, and being able to procreate. And that's just what that is. So we have to realize that the body is a hologram of the mind. And that people tell you that you're not your body. Well, you are more than your body. You are the mind that represents the body. The body is a representation or the hologram of the mind, which is your astrological program. Study your astrological program, realize your debilitations, and then you can find, I guarantee you, anybody that's sick in their life, if you just go into the hospital and open up people's natal charts, I guarantee you in their debilitations are the reason why they're sick. I guarantee you. We can go into the hospital and just do people's natal charts. Let me see your natal chart. And then listen to their story of how they got sick. And I guarantee you can look in their natal chart. In their debilitations, you will find the reason why they're sitting on that bed. Guaranteed. The doctors, they ain't going to tell you this. Because there's misinformation surrounding how to heal the human body. When all is mental, we know that the Hermetic principle is that all is mental. So to heal the physical body, which is a reflection of the mental, we must heal the mental. So it's psychological way before it becomes carbon. All is mental. You heal the mind, you heal the body. Because the body is a reflection of the mind. It is the mind. It's a hologram of it. And with that being said, I'm going to put the video on YouTube. Y'all share it, all right? Peace to the gods.